Good morning. Okay, thank you. Welcome to our Veterans Day event, and so glad to have you all here get with us again. So I am going to ask you all to rise. American Legion Post 224 is our honor guard for this morning.
Column, halt. Honor guard, port arm. Left face. Right face, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, the other face. Forward, up.
Well, good morning. I'm Farmington Hills Mayor Teresa Rich. And thank you, community. Thank you for including me in this important celebration. I'd like to take a moment to recognize my fellow elected officials who are joining us this morning. State Representative Samantha Steckloff, Council Member Michael Bridges, Council Member Valerie Null, Council Member John Aldred, and you may not yet have met, or maybe you saw him at your door, newly Council-elect Member Charlie Starkman. I'd also like to acknowledge some of the city's leadership that is here with us today. I see Gary Mection, who is our city manager. Chief of our fire department, John Unruh. Director of Special Services, Alan Schnackle, and a number of members of her team. And be sure to thank them for the work they do to put this on every year. Okay, I think I got everybody. And you'll meet Mayor LaRussa from Farmington in just a moment. I always say that Farmington Hills is a destination. And by the way, our new vision is that we are a vibrant destination. We're a destination full of joy, optimism, and resilience. And it is just so delightful to see a room full of people with us for this celebration today, as we recognize some of our most optimistic and resilient members of this community. I'm grateful for the opportunity to thank the men and women of Farmington Hills who stepped up to serve our country. Each year on November 11th, we celebrate the bravery and the sacrifice of the millions of Americans who carry the honor of being a veteran. And for 29 years in this city, we've had the privilege of recognizing our local veterans in this forum. And you make me so proud to be an American. Whenever and wherever your service took place, you earned the respect of the people who serve in elected positions now trying to honor the work that you did. And you earned this nation's respect because of your shared commitment to service, country, and a cause greater than yourself. We are thankful to have this opportunity to honor and acknowledge our local veterans who join us this morning, as well as those who could not be with us today. And to every veteran, we owe you a debt we can never repay, and we thank you. So, last year I brought this for the first time. This was my dad's hat. My dad was an Army veteran. And you know, last year at this event, I met one of our veterans who said it was the first year he had come to a veteran event. And this was an individual who was my age. So it had been decades since his service. And I know there are people who have mixed views about their service? Am I going to talk about it? Am I not going to talk about it? For my dad, he didn't for a lot of years. He was a Korea-era veteran, but he didn't serve in Korea. And so for him, he felt like he was not as much as the people who were serving in the ground, on the ground. And I just want to say, in his later years, my father spent a lot of time with the Lest We Forget group and a number of veterans groups. And he came to understand that his service was very important, just as the service of all of you, regardless of where you were, whether you were in Okinawa like my father-in-law, or whether you were in Orleans, France, like my dad. And the other thing I want to acknowledge, for those of you who are not veterans but are here with veterans in your life, we see you and we honor your service to our country as well. Because of our veterans, our nation has remained free and been able to bring that same freedom to others. And we owe our veterans an unending gratitude and respect for their service and sacrifice. And across the country today, and right here in our city of Farmington Hills, Americans are reflecting on all that our veterans have done for us and their family members, and how they have helped us gain the freedoms that we so often take for granted. Before I wrap up, I'd like to thank the city staff for hosting this event for the past 29 years. Thank you to staff. And their work every day to create a joyous and vibrant community for adults 50 and better in Farmington Hills. The Costick Center, as we know, is a very special place, and City Council is working on how to figure out how we can maintain the character of this community that we have here at the Costick Center, and still move forward into a new era and create a new building that will last for the next 40 years when most of us are no longer here. So we've been learning about the various viable locations before making a decision on where to proceed forward with this topic. And set your calendars. The next council meeting is the 24th of November at 5 p.m. in the council chambers. We will begin with swearing in the new council, and then we will immediately go into a study session where we talk over the possibilities of where the next activity center will be. And I am hoping that that day as a council we are able to reach some consensus on a good next step. We as your council remain committed to sharing information with you every step of the way. And as always, if you have feedback for the Special Services Department, you can share that online or with the people who work here. So once again, thank you to our veterans who have served with honor. Farmington Hills is so proud to have you as our community members. And by the way, we are still looking for people to appoint to the Beautification Commission. So anybody interested, please let us know. And before we bring up Farmington Mayor Joe LaRussa, my partner in governing, I'd like to acknowledge that City Council member Jackie Bolaware has also joined us. Mayor LaRussa, it is you.
Thank you, Mayor Rich. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's good to see so many faces in the room. This is one of my favorite places to spend time on Veterans Day. In addition to having my own father, who's an Army veteran, we do spend a lot of time with him, and he'll be celebrated later this evening with his grandkids. But I wanted to take some time today to just add my thanks and welcome to all of you for another, the 29th Veterans Day celebration here. You know, Veterans Day, unlike some of the other national holidays, which are more abstract, this one's personal. It's personal for everyone in this room. Some of you may be thinking about comrades in arms who didn't come home. Some of you may be thinking about your spouse who served. Some of you may be thinking about your own service, and perhaps for some of you that was in multiple conflicts. But for whatever you're reflecting on today, what's important is that you're here, you're with us, the people who appreciate you so very much, And I, for one, on behalf of a grateful city, want to thank you for your service. I want to thank you for your commitment to our nation and to our two cities. And I can't understate the importance with which your service is meant to the community. I just want to say, for your day today, it's your day. It's a day of celebration. It's a day of reflection, and I hope to hear some of the stories from you today. I know we're going to do veteran roll call. I always find that to be the highlight because the stories are what mean the most to me, and I know they mean the most to the people of Farmington. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for your service on behalf of a grateful city.
Thank you to the mayors. I'm Marcia Coet, Senior Division Supervisor. So glad to be here. This is really probably the best event we put on each year because you guys are, and women, are the people who served, who made our lives and wonderful lives here in this country possible. I'd also like to acknowledge American House. American House has been a sponsor for 29 years, and really, so much appreciated. And we have a representative from American House back at the table. Please stop by, say hi, and thank her because we need sponsors to make this event doable, of course. All right, I would like to introduce Colonel Edward Hirsch. He's going to do the recognition of POWs and MIAs.
Those who have served and those currently serve in the United States of America as members of the uniformed services, as civil servants, and those contractors are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. Before we begin our activities today, I would like to pause and recognize our POWs and our MIAs. I call your attention to the small table right over here to my right, to your left, which occupies a place of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that some are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and missing in actions. We call them comrades. They are unable to be with their loved ones and families today, so we can join together to pay our humble tribute to them, to bear witness to their continued absence. This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the family of one prisoner alone against his or her suppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single red rose in the vase signifies the blood that many have shed in sacrifice to ensure freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the family and friends of our missing comrades who keep the faith while awaiting their return. The vase is tied with a red ribbon, symbol of our continued determination to account for our missing. A slice of lemon on the plate is to remind us of the bitter fate of those captured and missing in a foreign land. A pinch of salt on the plate symbolizes the countless fallen tears of families as they wait. The holy books of many faiths represents the strength gained through belief to sustain those hosts from our country, founded as one nation under God. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope, which lives in our hearts, to illuminate their way home away from their captors to the open arms of a grateful nation. The glass is inverted. They cannot drink with us this day. The chair is empty. They are not here. Let us hope that all of our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and their families. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you again to everyone for your service. Thank you to those who came to honor the veterans today. We greatly appreciate it. We will begin lunch service shortly, so enjoy. Thank you.